from Wessex Blades. Now today is the 1st of June 2015, and for all those astute among you, you'll know that now Wessex Blades, as a full-time going pro sort of thing, is now 6 months old. Yay! So I've lasted this long. It's good, isn't it? You know, things that have moved on. Obviously, Thor is now here. The big old flippable grinder, which is based on a Wilmot, and of course I put the third work rest in it, so now I can do the horizontal. It is really cool. I've got the basis for that. I do now have, it sucks, sir. I do have a centrifugal fan, which I bought ages ago, and now it's all just sort of ducted up there to take the majority of the light particulates away. I've got the cyclonic filter down there, quite the usual Wessex Blades, you know, give me a dice, you know, I'm bound to roll a 7. I ordered the Venturi cyclonic version. Within a day he'd emailed back he didn't have any of those in stock, so he uprated me to the next one up. It's called an ice, so I had a sort of £8 better one. It's Wessex Blades in it. Yeah, so I've now got obviously me abrasive wheel sorted out, cactus juice canister vacuum chambers now done, Loki's over there, so now I can do me handles 90 degree, I can do me 45 bevels on that side, the funky big pillar drill, you know, tanking along lovely. I've just had this camera from Mitchell. My plan with that is obviously the updates and the fun stuff is just still going to carry on with the Lidl's camera, because WMV is 20 times quicker than using Premiere Pro. So you know, time is time, so I'm going to carry on doing the majority of the chunking around with that, and leave the, you know, the finished stuff where the details going to be more visible. I can then carry on and use the Canon, and then hours doing Premiere Pro. You know, basically I've been doing it for 6 months. I'm still hanging in there. There's you know, the only reason I'm still doing it is because people have bought me stuff. People like me stuff and they're enthusiastic about it. For whatever reason, you know, it's the steel logo, the design I'm doing, the passion I'm putting into it. So that is all great. You know, there's the amount of times that I get a little message, oh, something's on its way, give me your address, and before or not I'm getting boxes of belts and boxes of wood, and it all helps. It really does, because it gives me the range, it gives me the capacity to carry on and do production without having to think I've got to shell out 60 odd quid for belts in the next few days, like, you know. You know, I've got me fibre liners sorted out, I've got my micarta sorted out, I've got a few liners sorted out for G10. The plan this week is do a few funny little jobs and then just try and get these 4 Merlins done. That's my plan this week, and if I can get those 4 Merlin done and get paid the extra minus the deposits on those, that's not a bad week. You know what I mean? That's not a bad week. So for all those who stuck by me, who bought my stuff, constantly looking at the vids, checking out, giving me encouragement, offering help, you know, I'm hanging in there. 6 months in, and Wessex Blades is still going. So if I can last 6 months, it should be able to last a year. And if I can last a year, maybe I can last 2. So let's crack on, move forward into the next 6 months. Now, the thing about prices, when I initially started out, I literally looked at the price everybody else was selling, thought, well, you know, give me a break, it ain't quite as have as much finesse maybe, but my stuff is rustic. That's what my brand is. Okay, it's not rough and ready, it's rustic, it's got an old world feel about it. But when I was at the show, I went down. I'm not going to mention the name of the store, but I went down near at the end of the multi-course thing for the kids, sort of monkey bar thing. There was a guy there selling knives. Now he was selling them for 150, 160, which is my ballpark for the bushcrafty Dangle Boudica. Okay, I was pitching around £150, and he was telling me this. Oh, I don't oil the leather. No, I just drill it. Just drill it. Okay. Well, what I do is I plan it out, and I use the pricking chisels, and the thing with drilling leather is you remove leather, and I'm really good. Even if you just oiled through 90% of it and then drill just to clear it, just to make sure your needles are going through, all through it, for God's sake. Don't just fucking drill it, because what you do is you really mess up the tension of the top of the skin side of the leather, and it looks odd because it's all puckered up in funny ways because you like that. Whereas if you use a pricking chisel, you've separated it. It's a bit like forging the eye for an axe head. If you use a proper chisel and you forge things out, you've separated it, as opposed to drilling and removing material. So he hadn't done any of that. He'd hardly beveled it. He'd hardly edged it. He certainly didn't slick the edges. The blades were rougher in a way, and he was still charging 150. So I feel quite happy in myself, knowing that my stuff is of a higher level than that. And now I've been going 6 months, I'm going to be putting my prices up a bit, especially when it comes to go locks. I mean, I'm using 4 times the leather of what a Woodlaw clone would be. And obviously there's more stitching, there's a bigger welt, and unless you're really clever on where you're getting the leather for a welt, you're using a great swathe of stuff down through whatever leather stock you got. So prices will be going up, but there's still going to be, it's still going to be Wessex Blade-esque levels. I'm not going silly on it. It's just to reflect the fact that my standard has gone up, my finish has gone up, my bevels are getting better, and especially to go lock, where there's so many stages of where I'm blurring in the bevels, so I haven't got sharp transitions. There's a lot of work that goes into it, more than just a straight plunge and then down the grits. There's a fair bit more to it than that on a lot of my stuff. So I say prices, they're going to be going up, but I ain't going to take the piss, you know what I mean? There's going to be a few things moving forward in terms of other models, because I got the next set of stock arriving in the next couple of weeks, and I'm still planning on doing a kukri, okay, and I still want to do my own version of British Army survival knife. It's a blade that's really close to my heart because it's big and it's bad and it's bold and it's butch. So something along the lines of what a British Army survival knife in terms of just raw capability, and that's going to be my the summer thing. That, and I want to move forward to Golazashi, which is that long, thin go lock length, but a thinner blade because it's got more speed. I want to get the testing done of that. So it should start in the next sort of month or two. I'd say this week is going to be a few odds and sods and get a batch of 4 Merlins out as hard as I can, and then hopefully posting away on Monday, Tuesday next week. And that moves forward now into this thing, postage. I really wanted to get away 3 today, okay, so I just walked to the post office. But what I'm going to be doing is, until I get an extra car, is I'll wait until the car's free. So that'll be, posting goes out on Saturdays until I get another car. So obviously, if I'm only doing the postage on one day, you're, you know, it's the time of the drop when your blade is finished. I'm posting Saturday, guys. All right, because I hate walking backwards and forwards from town, because that's just dead 2 hours, if you understand me. So stuff goes out on Saturdays. That's going to be the plan. So some things might have to wait 2 or 3 days after they finished in order for me to make it an efficient, sensible thing to do when I got the jazz, and I'll just pop down to the post office in Radstock rather than walk to the one in Norton. So postage done. And then obviously for everybody who's sat around and listened for the last 10 minutes now, 11 minutes, if you stick your name on the back and say I'm in, you can have a free ferro rod fire still. Yeah, it's I'll call them LG, loosey goosey. I get a reasonable hardwood, I go on there, I finish it off, I get it down to a 300 grit. You know, it's just a nice pebbly, peanutty sort of shape, something to get your hands around. So one of them on offer now, because you've stuck with me for the last 11 minutes. Terrible. Okay, and the draw will be in a week. Okay, so it's Monday now, so I'll do it Sunday or Monday. So I'll post it UK. Okay, international, if you just wait until the Saturday. Okay, so fire steel, Wessex blades, just say okay, because if you say I'm in, people will notice you say I'm in, and then they may not watch the video for the sake of watching the video, because they're watching what I'm up to. I'm terrible, devious, awful. So rather than say I'm in and they go, oh, he's doing a fucking giveaway, isn't he? Alright, just go, okay, well done, okay, well done. That's the message. Okay, okay, well done. And I suppose people have typed it just for the sake of it, but hey, how about that in for free? So Scott Wessex Blades, title won't even know, it'll be same boring update, but for those of you stuck out a long time, checking up on me, supporting me over the time, is a chance for one of you's dedicated guys to get a freebie, because I've had a hell of a lot of stuff myself, eh? So what I can do is I can do that. Alright, thanks for your support. Scott for Wessex Blades 8.